As the sport of fly fishing is growing, you can go into a fly shop and be easily overwhelmed with the number of tools and accessories that are on the shelves. So in this video, we're going to show you the essential tools to get started in fly fishing and those that are going to make your time on the water easier. The essential tools that we're going to be showing you so that you can get started and be successful on the water are going to be nippers, forceps, and retractors. Also, other tools that can make your life a lot easier and help to increase your success and use your time better are going to be tippet holders, floatant holders, and line straighteners. Let's take a minute now, show you each of these tools and how to use them. There are a number of different types of nippers in the fly shop, but all of them are going to have this vise-like face with two little blades on it. They're going to allow you to clip your leaders and tippet, and are going to include a little eye cleaner to remove glue from the eyes of your flies. Every time we're adding or changing flies, we're going to need to trim off excess tippet and leader, and that's what we use the nipper for. That excess tippet or leader goes into the jaws of our nipper, clip it off, and we remove that extra material that might spook or cause a fish to shy away. Forceps are essentially fly fishing pliers, and they're going to have several uses on the water. First, you can use them to hold small flies as you're tying them onto your hook so you don't drop it on the ground. You can also use this needle, which is called the eye cleaner. Sometimes when we tie flies, there might be a little bit of head cement or glue stuck through the eye of the hook. And in order to thread our line through the eye of the hook, we'll need to clean that glue out. And so we can use that needle or eye cleaner to clean our flies. The primary use for your forceps, however, is to move the hook from the mouth of the fish. So very quickly, we can reach down into the mouth of the fish, grab our hook, pull it out, and get that fish revived and back into the water. These grooves on the base of the forceps cause the jaws to lock when not in use. So as you squeeze them tight, the jaws of the forceps will be closed in a locked position. To open them up, you just pull them apart and open the jaws. As you're walking around on the river, you can attach them to your vest or pack in two ways. You can clip them and lock them onto your shirt or vest so that they hang close at hand, or we can use our next essential tool, which is called a zinger or retractor. There are several types of retractors or zingers available in the fly shop. And what these are going to do is allow you to hook your essential tools to your vest so that you don't drop them when you're wading or walking around the water. Our first retractors are a single and a double retractor. And as the name would suggest, the single retractor will hold one tool, the double retractor or zinger will hold two tools. We also have this more robust tape measure / zinger produced from River Oracle, and this has a much stronger spring which will allow you to hold heavy tools like our forceps without an issue. To attach your tools to one of the retractors or zingers, you're going to go to this silver loop, compress the top, which will allow it to hinge and spring open, move the loop of your forceps or the mounting bracket of one of your tools through the loop, compress it again, slide it back up in, and that has locked your tool into the retractor. When we're fishing, we can pin or clip these retractors and zingers to our vest, to our pack, or to our wading belt, which will keep these essential tools close at hand but out of the way. These are the three essential tools that we need to get started in fly fishing. But now let's look at a couple that are going to make your time on the water a little easier. So here we have a leader fresh from the pack, and you can see that it still has a lot of that memory or coil from being recently removed and wrapped up in that pack. If we were going to tie on this leader and add a fly to it, when we cast it out, we're going to have this slinky-like coil laying across the water. And this is going to cause our fly to be a lot closer to our fluorescent fly line, and it's going to pick up sunlight every time it lifts out of the water. And this has a tendency to cause fish to shy away or be leader shy. In order to get this line or leader down flat in the water, we need to remove that memory with our leader straightener. When we apply pressure and draw this fresh leader through the jaws of our leader straightener, it's going to add some friction and heat, which is going to remove that memory, allowing this leader to straighten out and lay flat and invisible in the surface of the water. Now we're ready to fish. The longer you fish, the more tippet you're going to begin to accumulate. We have monofilament tippet, we have fluorocarbon tippet, we have a number of different sizes. And if you're throwing all of these in your pack or fly vest, it's going to become a mess in no time. Your standard tippet holder is going to include a little carabiner to help you attach your tippet to your vest, pack, or waders, and it's going to have this T on which we can bend, add our spools of tippet, and then they'll sit seated against the bottom of this T, close at hand and ready for the water. Another tool that can help keep your essentials close at hand is a floatant holder. This is going to keep your float hanging vertical down in front of you, and so that it's locked and loaded, ready to squeeze onto your dry flies, so that your dry flies stay on top of the water where we want them and where the fish are feeding. To add a bottle of gel floatant to the floatant holder, simply remove the cap of your gel floatant, slip the head through the hole at the base of the floatant holder, open up the Velcro, reattach the cap, close the Velcro, and your gel floatant is now locked and loaded and ready for the river. I hope that you found this video useful and you have an understanding now of the basic tools that you're going to need to be successful on the water. Please make sure to check out our other videos as we break down fly fishing terms, techniques, and tools so that you can be more successful on the water. If you'd like to purchase any of these tools, you can do so at ascentflyfishing.com. Tight lines.